Well, one man who knows just what a glint there is in the eye of Stephen Hendry is Dennis Taylor. Dennis, I know you're delivering another great tale to a happy table. Stephen's looking pretty awesome again. It's the best we've seen him for a while, isn't it?
Well, that's definitely the best he's played in any of the seniors events, and he looks very comfortable out there. He said he hasn't been practicing. One frame in 6 weeks?
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Well, I'm with you. I don't buy it either. I think he was secretly having a little practice when he was in China. But Jimmy's doing what Jimmy does. I mean, that's why he's won so many seniors world titles, because he practices so much. He loves it, and he gets the results. But it's going to be a fascinating final. What about some of the battles these boys have had down the years?
Oh, absolutely incredible. And, you know, we're kind of used to it because we have the privileged position of seeing Jimmy at lots of events around the country. We sometimes take for granted what an honour it is to be in the presence of someone who's been a pro for 42 years. His passion really is something very special.
It is, and sometimes he must get a little bit sort of fed up. 6 finals he lost in. If Stephen Hendry hadn't been around, Jimmy White would have won the World Championship 2 or 3 times, because some of the results Stephen had against him, you know, coming back from 8 frames behind, and then on that, you know, the last frame decider, they've been wonderful ambassadors for the game of snooker, and it'll be interesting. I would make Jimmy favourite, even though it's 1 frame. But the way Stephen's playing, he'll have to be on his mettle. If he gets a chance, he's going to have to make enough to win the frame. And don't be surprised if we don't see a century in the final. Wouldn't that be something?
Well, I mean, Sean Murphy had a 147 in the shootout, which nobody ever thought would be possible. And just going back to Jimmy, when he gets stopped in the street, so often he is asked about the fact that he's a World Championship runner-up 6 times. People forget he won 10 ranking titles, including the UK Championship beating John Parrott, and he won the Masters in '84. He is a proven winner. It's not just about the 6 lost finals at the Cruise.
Yeah, I think people do understand that now, but they all feel sorry for Jimmy. You know, everyone that you talk to would have loved Jimmy to have been a world champion. I mean, it's a bit like Colin Montgomery at golf. Won everything in the game, but never won a major. You know, it's hard to take, but Jimmy's a real pro, and he's proving that because he loves. I do shows with him. I'm going up to Scotland the week after the World Championship to do a little speaking tour with Jimmy. He loves talking about the game as well, and you know, I did it last year, and I'm really looking forward to it again because he's great company, and some of his one-liners, you'll have heard a few of them. He's got some wonderful one-liners, an unbelievable sense of humour, and he's just great to be around.
He really is, as are you, Dennis. And look, have you got over picking up the cue ball just a fraction too early?
It gives people something to talk about. I can't believe I'd done that. I know all the rules, and that didn't bide well. But against Jimmy, I had no chance. He never left me a pot. So I've no complaints at all. I've loved it, and I'm delighted to see Channel 5 involved in snooker, because it's been a long time coming, and I think these shows will go so well for them, and I hope they continue them, because I think the people at home love watching players that they were growing up with.
Yeah, there's a really nostalgic feel to today. It's the right size venue. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Dennis. I know you'll be a keen observer of the final, as will all of we. Cracking atmosphere here, Rachel. And I tell you what, the party will only just have really started when we come off air after a brilliant final.